The Albanese government has awarded a South Korean firm a multi-billion-dollar defence contract. Hanwha has beaten a German firm to build Land 400 vehicles at Avalon near Geelong. Live to political reporter Olivia Casey. So, Olivia, talk us through the significance of this announcement.
Well, it's a huge announcement, $6 billion to go towards procuring infantry fighting vehicles. And the first one will be delivered in early 2027, and they're going to be built in Geelong in Victoria, in the seat basically held by Defence Minister Richard Marles. Here's Defence Industries Minister Pat Conroy making that pretty significant announcement earlier today.
This is one of the largest projects in the history of the Army. The cost will be subject to detailed negotiations, but is expected to be between $5 and $7 billion. This project will deliver 129 Hanwha Redback infantry fighting vehicles.
Australia's decision to select Hanwha will no doubt strengthen our ties with a close Indo-Pacific neighbour, but it is likely to put Germany offside. Rheinmetall in Queensland really did want this contract, and it's unsure whether Germany will actually rip up a pledge they made just a couple of weeks ago to procure 100 Australian-built Boxer combat vehicles.
They were disappointed. I should stress that Rheinmetall, particularly at their military vehicle centre of excellence, is an essential partner of the Australian Defence Force.
And this is going to be hugely transformative for the Geelong region and for Australian defence industry, and there is a huge degree of excitement about what this is going to mean for our local industrial base. Can I thank Rheinmetall for its participation in the tender process? Can I congratulate Hanwha on its successful bid?
We'll see what it might mean for German exports that were supposed to happen. Meanwhile, it all comes ahead of AusMin that's happening tomorrow in Brisbane.
That's right. So tomorrow, Penny Wong and Richard Marles will welcome their US counterparts, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, as well as Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin. So at these meetings, we can expect AUKUS to be on the agenda, as well as China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific. Speaking of meetings, a question mark still hangs over whether the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, will travel to Beijing at the end of this year. Assistant Trade Minister Tim Ayres says he'd like to see Beijing ease some of its trade sanctions against Australia before that visit goes ahead.
The timing of travel is a matter for the Prime Minister, and I'm not here to forecast the Prime Minister's diary on your program. He will make those judgments. All I can say is that I want to see fast progress, more progress, substantial progress on the remaining impediments in front of Australian trade.
The Chinese embassy held a press conference here in Canberra today, but both Nine and Sky News were excluded from that event. No explanation were given, but both outlets have been pretty fearless in their reporting of Beijing.